Okay, hello again. So today we are going to talk about applications of the trigonometric ratios and how we're going to use trigonometry to solve word problems. So first we have to define a couple of things: angle of elevations and or inclination, and angle of depression. All right, for angle of elevation, notice that I drew a little diagram here. The bottom piece, the horizontal piece, is just a basically reference line. The horizontal, it could be ground, it could be wherever you're standing. And this little diagram of mine is my attempt to show the eyesight. That's my eye diagram. And this is the basically the eyesight to the top of the tree. If this is the tree, that's the top of the tree. So the angle of elevation will end up being this right here. That's the angle of elevation. And I say looking up because you always look up. And this will be the angle of elevation or inclination. Simple as that. And it's always measured based on the horizontal line. Okay, you're looking up. The angle of depression is exactly opposite of that. Same idea, but in this case you're looking down. So if you're at the top of a building and you're looking down across the street, for example, this could be it. So you're in here, but you're looking down. Now I am using a 2D diagram to actually explain a 3D concept, but just think about that. So when you're looking down, and again, if you're at the top of a building, that top of a building creates that horizontal line platform for you, and then when you look down, the angle of depression is that eyesight again, right? So if this is the eyesight looking down, you're looking down at the car across the street, that would be it. So this is the angle of depression. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple of examples. Okay, first example is that we have a tree and we have a sun that casts a shadow when it hits the tree. Notice that that's my attempt in an artistic impression of the sun and a tree. Okay, it's quite funny actually. But and the shadow is cast on the ground. So this is the ground piece right here. So that's the ground. That's your horizontal line, right? And that's the shadow. It's 40 meters long. And the angle between the ray and the ground is 38 degrees. So this is the diagram. And it's very important to draw a diagram every time you see word problems like this. All right. Now the question first is, what is the angle of elevation? An angle of elevation in this case is 38 degrees between the line, horizontal line, the ground, and the ray. So the angle of elevation is 38 degrees. Okay. Now the second question is, how tall is the tree? Okay. So if this is the tree, we want to know how tall it is. Let's call that y. All right. Now we end up getting this triangle, and it does help to draw a triangle kind of a diagram after the actual artistic diagram so that you can see the triangle. So here it is. So what do we have? We have, based on the 38 degrees, we have opposite, or we need the opposite, and based on the 38 degrees we have the adjacent side. So what trigonometric ratio we need to use to solve for y? Well, what trigonometric ratio uses opposite and adjacent? That's right, tangent. So here it is, tangent of 38 degrees equals opposite, let's call that y, which is the length of the tree, the height of the tree, and then adjacent is 40. And to solve this, you just multiply both sides by the lowest common denominator, right? 40 and 40. So y, the height of the tree, is 40 times tan of 38 degrees. And you go to a calculator. So clear calculator. So first of all, 38 degrees tan, and then multiply that by whatever that number was, which was 40. So in this case, I have to multiply that by 40, and I get 31.25. So y equals to 31.3 for approximation meters. That's the height of the tree. And that's how you solve this problem. Okay, look at this example. We got the office tower 50 meters tall. So let's draw this diagram. Office tower. Here we go. all right, and the height here is 50 meters, and we have a seagull on top. So I'm just going to draw the eye of the seagull like that. That's the seagull. You can draw a bird if you wish, that's okay. That's the eye of seagull for me. And this is the street right across the street, and this is the bag of oysters. Okay, and it says that it's looking down, and it's on the ground, so it is on the ground, and it says that the angle of depression is 63 degrees. Now this is very crucial. You need to make sure that you're drawing this properly. So first you have to create a horizontal line from where the seagull is sitting. So from the top of the building, that's the horizontal line. The angle of depression is that's the angle of depression. That is 63 degrees. The angle of depression, it is not here, in here. That's not the angle of depression. The angle of depression always measured from the horizontal line, not the vertical line. So that's the 63 degrees. Great. The question is, what is the distance between the oyster and the base of the building? Okay, simple as that. So what are we going to use? Let's draw a diagram that represents this. Now, two ways to do this. You can just draw it on top like that and draw the top triangle, which is the same as the bottom triangle. And the other things that you have to realize that the angle of depression is basically the same as the angle of elevation if you were the oyster looking up. Okay, same two. Those two exactly the same because we have two parallel lines. The top, the horizontal, and the ground are all the parallel lines. That means that these angles must be the same. So let's go ahead and draw a diagram and solve. Okay, so that's the diagram. I'm using this triangle right here. Okay, so you could have used the other one, doesn't matter. All right, what are we going to use? In this case, we are using tangent again. Okay, so you can use tangent because that is the opposite side, OPP, and this is the adjacent side right here. Okay, so you go ahead. So we say tangent of 63 degrees equals 50 over x, and in this case x equals to 50 divided by tangent of 63 degrees. I'm hoping that you know how to do that, and then you just go ahead and use a calculator to figure out what that value is. And it turns out to be 25.5 approximately. Okay, so this is the approximation, meters distance between the base of the building and the oysters. Okay, so there's another example. You can use all the methods, including again Pythagorean if you have to, but lots of options you go ahead and you can use. Now practice time.